Hey YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles, and I just got yelled at for crappy lighting for filming. So one day we will fix that. I told Kurt, if you want to fix it, you're the lighting guy. You just come fix it. I don't know what I'm doing. But today we're going to take a little bit of a break from our video series we've been doing about business side of things. Although, I'll tell you guys, I've been really excited about doing those, and I really love the response you guys have had to them. There's been quite a bit of views. And, you know, we're going to keep sharing things on that business side as we go through that series until we kind of get to where we're currently at. And we'll share even more in depth on Patreon. And I think it's awesome that you guys had such a great, hey, we're really excited about this too, because it's really exciting to film. We're going to get into some parts I know not everybody's going to like all the time as far as reality smacks. But hey, it's part of it, right? But today, since we're taking a break, what we're going to share with you is some of our plans. If you remember, we started a series a long time ago sharing our plans for 2020, so we're going to continue to do that. The first snake I want to share with you is this one right here. I don't know how you can see that. You got a few urates in there I might try to pick up if you'll behave. I'll pick her up. I'm going to set her on the table so Kurt can kind of show her off. So what this is this was sold to us as they said a killer bee, 100% het clown. I'm not 100% sure on the killer bee aspect of it. We'll see, just because of the fact that, you know, I know what my killer bees I breed look like, and it didn't really remind me of that too much. But it's also not just about shot disinfectant over my leg. Sometimes you know, when you shoot your load, it misses where you want it to go, apparently. So sometimes it goes on your leg. So I know it doesn't look like the killer bee that I've personally produced, the other ones I've produced, but it also does not look just like a bumblebee. So I know there's at least another gene in here at play, and it's more than just the het causing it to be different. So I'm really excited to see what this produces. So what are we putting this to? Well, I'll go ahead and show you. We'll pull out the male that's going to be paired to that, and that is my boy Trouser. Now, if you remember, come on dude, this is a visual clown male. This is my one-eyed Trouser snake. He got named that because he has only one eye. He did breed several females last year. 2 of them produced for us, which I think he only bred 3, and one of them was just a few times because she was just getting to size. It was more to kind of spur her up to getting to size. When he did breed, we did not produce anything that had one eye. So we did have a one-eyed baby this last year, but it was not from Trouser. The thing with him, though, is we knew he was a visual clown, and we knew what we were pairing him to were het clowns, possible het caramels. Well, found out Trouser's actually het caramel. So that was kind of a pretty bad tragedy. I have never hit the odds so good on 2 hets before, on 2 clutches like that in my entire life. But with it being caramel, obviously, it all got kind of screwed up. So what does that mean? That means we cannot use Trouser on those het caramel girls anymore, because it would be, I feel, unethical to do so, because we know what the results would be. However, there's no reason for us to think this Bumblebee het clown has got caramel in it at all. It shouldn't. I mean, that'd be the worst luck in the world if it did. So we're safe to pair that here. Now, we do need to disclose when we do that any baby we release from this clutch is possible het caramel. It's very important to let people know that, so somebody doesn't get effed in the A the same way I did. Because let me tell you, that sucks. The next girl I'm going to share with you is this girl right here. She is a pastel xanthic female. Let me pull her out. She's pretty awesome. And you can see she's already showing a lot of swelling and a lot of side lane if you look at her in there. So she is showing really good signs of producing for me this year, which is great, right? That's what we want. And her beau this year is going to be this guy here. This guy here is putting in quite a bit of work for us this year. Look at that size right in there. Oh, she's doing wonderful. And this is, of course, Zeus, our zebra bee male we produced in-house. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, we're looking here for killer zebra bees. Everything here should be xanthic. We should have a 1 in, 8 chance of hitting the killer zebra bee. So that's, look at that tail wagging. See that? She's like telling him, come get me, big boy, right here on the table. So these 2, and he's already trying. Look at that. So I just put these 2 back home. You know, we don't want to have a full snake porn right on the table. They can do it in their house. So that's good there. Here's another snake I want to share with you. Now, our original plans for the snake were to put the clown to it to make some het clowns for future use, but we're not going to do that. So if you remember from our videos last year, this was a female that had the retained egg that I ended up imploding the egg and removing that from. I'm happy to report she's doing pretty good. You know, it was always going to be kind of touch and go when you start doing things like that at home. She has passed some chunks of what I believe to be the rest of the shell. That doesn't mean she won't pass some more weird chunks. She is eating for me, and you can see she doesn't look terrible. I would like her to be a little thicker, but she doesn't look that bad right now. She has taken several meals. I mean, not super consistent every week, but we're up to eating about every other week, I would say, and continually getting better. I'll give you an overall look at her body condition. Not too terribly bad. You know, you can see she's doing all right. However, because of the medical issue she had, which caused us to have more time to get her back to size, I'm not going to rush her. So she is actually going to get the year off. We will not be breeding her this year. The reason we made that decision is, yes, we could breed her. Yes, it could be a clutch with some decent value, depending on what we put her to. But it's just not worth it because it's not in the best interest for her. Let's go down to this Orange Dream Pastel. This was an in-house produced snake. Look at that. Now she is of weight. She's been eating pretty decent. And her male this year, this is definitely a Kurt clutch. So Kurt really wanted to put Inchy into everything. So this will be her male right here. So I'll give you an idea of what's going on there. And that is an Inchy being bred to an Orange Dream Pastel. So you're looking for Pastel Inchies, Orange Dream Inchies, Orange Dreams Pastels, you know, Orange Dream Pastel Inchies and Inchy Orange Dreams, and probably something else I forgot in there. So that's pretty cool. Get you back in there. Oh, I did forget normals. You can always hit a few normals in that. Close that back up. The only thing I've shown you that you can't hit normals in is you're not going to hit any normals here. They'll at least be het clown, and you wouldn't hit any normals here. They'll all be visual exanthic at the minimum. So that's going to bring us to this girl right here. Now, this is a standard Bumblebee who is in shed right now. You can see that pink on her belly. So that is what's going on. Her colors are fairly drab at the moment. She's usually much brighter. She's a very, very nice, high-quality bee. Got a little coconut on her there. When she's doing well, you know, but well, I shouldn't say when she's doing well, when she's not in shed. But when you first see this pink on that belly, which you guys can see, that is a telltale sign that we're going into shed. And bumblebees really show it, and they get really kind of crappy looking prior to shed. Let me pull the male out she's going to be paired with this year. She's getting paired to this little guy right here, who is our Lemon Blast scaleless head male. So obviously here we're looking for some spinners, some spinner blast, some killer spinner blast, you know, more lemon blast stuff. Spider's going to be in some of it. Anything with the spin is going to have spider, of course. All of that with the scaleless head to continue to work more scaleless head. So that is kind of our goal there. This is a proven little male and a proven little female. So we'll put them back in there. I shouldn't say little. This is one of ours that was able to breed at 2 years. And look at her. She's already got good size to her. Get in there, baby girl. For anybody wondering, she's actually a 2015 hatchling. So she's produced for us several times. Doing really, really well. You know what? I put this one on the wrong thing. That's not the one I wanted to show. This is. This is the next girl I'm going to show you guys. And that is this girl right here. Oh. Now, that is a black pastel female. And you can see too, she's exhibiting some side lanes. She's on some heat. So we're going to see how things are going. Let me show you her male. This is a clutch I'm very excited about. And I'm hoping it works out really well. And this will be the male there. Of course, this is a Suma male. So you're looking at super mahogany. So no normals here. Mahoganies and mahogany black pastels are what we're really looking for. Nothing else. We're going to take some sheds. We're going to throw some sheds in here. These are sheds I've kept from various males. Kind of make it look like the devil's den. This is an old trick to get some young males or some shy males to hopefully do some breeding for us by packing in other male scents. She's a nice big girl. If we can get her to produce the Suma, that should give us, you know, a lot of stuff to... Oh, I know, you're just kind of a pissy pants. But you can see she's got good thickness to her. And, you know, we'll just kind of see how it goes. Hopefully she does well for me, right? I hope you do. Get in there. There we go. All right, guys. That is, I believe, 4 or 5 more of our pairings for this season. we got about 1 or 2 more of these videos. I'm looking probably 2 or more of these videos to go through to really share everything we really want to do. And again, one thing I want to point out in here is, everybody talks about a balance, especially these business series, of doing things for the love of the animal and the hobby and all of that versus the money. Well, anybody who says I don't care about the money at all is not going to be successful, or they may say that, but they're lying, or they won't be successful, because if you don't manage it or have limitless funds from elsewhere, it is impossible to, it's just impossible to do. But what I think most people mean when they say that is just what you saw here. I could say, well, I have this girl Hestia, I really should breed her because of the money equals this. We make the choice to have my cameraman sneeze. We make the choice not to breed her, not because that's the financially best decision, because it's the right decision for the animal. And you do have to remember that you are working with animals and you owe it to them to make those decisions for them, because they can't really make them themselves. I put them in an enclosure with a male who's in breed mode. It's either going to go down or it's not. She may not have a choice. This way, I can say, look, I don't think your body condition's ready for it. I don't think your size is ready for it, and I want you to have that time. And, that's a decision made based on the hobby, based on the love of the animal, which you have to do, but you still got to keep the financial side of the business, hair in my face, in your sights. Always. You just do. If it's a business, it's a business. If you're just a hobby and you got 5 snakes, hey, just a hobby, you can do what you want. Kurt, anything you want to add?
No.
All right, guys, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. We're going to flip over to Patreon now and tell them what we're going to do with a lot of these babies from this year if they should produce.